Education MEC Matome Chiloane is today expected to visit the school and family of a 17-year-old Palesa Malatji, a grade 12 learner from Ntsako Secondary School in Soshanguve. She was raped and murdered on Thursday. This is according to reports. Palesa left the school late in the afternoon on Thursday after attending extra classes and was walking back home when she was attacked. Our reporter Zola Sholwana is following this story. Zola, good morning to you. A very painful story, and it's surely evoked emotions from the community.
Yes, indeed, Xoli, a very painful story. As you can see right behind me, the learners are saying with no justice, teaching will not take place. Learners from the Soshanguve, the area, have gathered here from different schools to say nothing will continue as far as learning today until justice prevails. Earlier on, the learners were marching, making their way to the police station, demanding justice for their late colleague Palesa Malatji. If you can allow me, Xoli, to introduce the spokesperson for the MSC, Mr. Steve. Sir, thank you very much for your time. Another painful story of a learner, who was actually brutally killed by, criminals.
It's quite sad what happened here. Well, as you see, learners, they've decided to disrupt, almost all the schools in Soshanguve, and they seek justice for this brutal murder. And the learner has been violated actually as well. So the MEC is here. We're going to be addressing learners, but we will not interfere in their plan because they said they are planning to march to the police station to seek that justice. We really call upon the justice the sector as well to make sure that these perpetrators are apprehended.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, earlier on, we saw representatives of COSAS saying that they will be in the forefront of the march of the learners as they make their way to the police station, saying that learning will not take place until justice prevails. Sir, let me come to you. When I spoke to you earlier, you said you'll be supporting the learners while they're making their way to the police station because usually cases like these are not taken seriously unless people decide to protest.
One of the very main reasons why we are doing this, I think it must be noted, this is a hub of crime, this place. And we feel that these perpetrators, they do these things because they think the community will be quiet, more especially COSAS. So we're sending a strong warning to the perpetrators that should we find them in action, killing one of these learners, they will meet us. And we're also trying to send a strong message to government that there's crisis here in Soshanguve. And this crisis, it must be solved, and it must be solved by this very government. More or less, if they don't want to solve it, ourselves will guard these kids as COSAS. And another thing is that there's a focal point of crime in Soshanguve station. That is where the crime is happening. It's next to a police station. Next to Red Hat police station is where crime is happening, is where they take these learners' phones and they sell them there. The police are not saying anything. So more or less, we are going to the police station to hand over a memorandum. And one of our demands is that we want the police vans to patrol these schools during school hours and make sure that these learners are safe, not only when they're inside the school, but also when they're outside. That is what we want.
Thank you very much. So now, Xoli, from here, the MEC will be briefing the learners about, the proceedings of today. And later on, it is said that the learners will be making their way to the closest police station. I just want my colleague to show you around the different schools, in different uniforms. Learning was suspended in the area of Soshanguve. Now, the learners are saying we are here to fight for justice, and Palesa should rest in peace, knowing very well that her perpetrators are brought to book. Back in studio.
Zola Sholwana, thank you very much for that update. A very, very painful story. Indeed, community members completely frustrated